Good afternoon, everyone. Treasure Troller here to recap Alone Season 10, Episode 10. They kind of did me dirty. Someone on there said I saw a thing that said only 3 more episodes. So that would have been 8, 9, and 10. And they hosed me. There's 1 more episode, which isn't bad. I'm not complaining. So here we are. If you didn't watch my Treasure Troller vlog today, we are in the Grand Haven area, nearly alone on a beach, in picnic area, a park. Let's see. Here's the parking area. As you can see, just not a lot in here, and while everyone is clamoring for the beachfront at the lakeshore just 10 minutes away, they could be here. So I have to admit, as far as this season of Alone, I have to admit that I'm enjoying this season a lot more than I've enjoyed other seasons. Wyatt is fun to watch. Mikey is Mikey, and Alan. So Alan's a good guy. I just don't like his sense of humor, but he hasn't tried to be as funny as of late. So it's not too bad. And I was going to, a couple days ago, post a potential winner on Alone, like previewing last night's, because I thought last night was going to be the end. So not a lot of it has changed of what I thought would happen. I wasn't going to necessarily pick out a winner, but possible reasons for a tap out for each one of the contestants. And I don't think that that's really changed. I thought Wyatt might, if Wyatt tapped out, and I have to admit, I think Wyatt is much more into the game than I thought he was. Things have came pretty easy for Wyatt. I thought Wyatt would tap out just because, I've done everything that I wanted to do, kind of thing. Get almost bored with the whole thing. And that's why he would tap out. But it looks like he's deciding to set his cabin ablaze. So we'll see. I don't know. He didn't really build the... I guess it would depend on the tarp. If he saved the tarp, you're okay. So I'm just kind of wondering about his fire. The Alan tap out, I would think Alan would be based on the body mass index, where he was just getting too far below acceptable range for the medical team, and they would medically remove him. As far as Mikey went, Mikey would have to be a medical removal as well. I don't see him tapping out. I just do not see that guy tapping out. And then in this last episode, they were talking about somebody, I guess, feeling the effects of cold. I'm not sure if they mentioned frostbite. I didn't quite get the whole thing, but that to me sounds like Mikey. I think Mikey is taken out medically, and that would be the only way he would go. So it comes down to Alan and Wyatt. And I think all the vagina monologue with Mikey, that kind of makes me want to believe that they sort of sucker you into rooting for him, only to have the tap out. So I'm kind of thinking Mikey gets lifted medically. Alan, I think Alan wins. I think Alan wins. So there's the kiss of death for you, Alan. Treasure Troller has predicted you to win, so you're probably not going to win. But I'm going to go out on a limb and call it for Alan. I just think the fire and Mikey's inexperience with the cold weather, survival skills needed, I think that's a factor. I think Alan comes out on top. But like I said, this has been a pretty enjoyable season. It's nice kind of seeing three people like this come down to the end. No real huge advantage for any of them. Why it may be a little bit of food, but none of these three were seriously looking at the big game kill. It was a lot of fishing. So, and I'm surprised with Alan that he was talking about how he was watching all the other contestants and what they did right and didn't do right, and why he didn't spend more time with gill nets. I don't know if they can only use one gill net, but I would wonder why he didn't spend more time on gill nets. But he did spend a lot of time fishing. Wyatt as well. Mikey, well, maybe not as much. So it's good to see a season that they weren't all focused on the big kill. I don't know, not too much negative to say this time. The fireplace, and I always kind of wondered about Mikey's or Wyatt's fireplace situation though, because it didn't seem to be until like this episode where they kind of showed the fireplace in the corner of the chimney. I'm just kind of looking at his hut and going, hey, geez, I don't know about this one. This one, I'm kind of curious about how this fireplace situation is going. So I think he could have packed those rocks a little bit better with maybe some mud rather than, I guess he used moss. I don't know why you'd use moss, maybe thinking that if it caught on fire, it really wasn't going to go anywhere. But I think the old mud pie would have been better and sealed that off. That way the wind wouldn't have got in and blown the stuff inside the tent or inside his cabin. So I guess that's about it. Not a lot of insight into this one other than Alan's your winner. And sorry I picked you, Alan. I thought I had to at least pick somebody. I think given the fire situation and Mikey's inexperience in cold weather, leads me to believe Alan wins it. So with that, this is Treasure Troller saying aloha and good day.